Very good. So today's notes, we're going to learn how to factor trinomial. Very good. So to show you what factoring means, we're just going to review this really quick. So a couple lessons ago, we learned how to multiply binomials, right? So how did we multiply those?
Distribute.
We distribute. That's x squared plus 5x. And then we distribute the next term. And then combine our like terms. Very good. So notice we multiplied two binomials and the result was a trinomial. So then in today's notes, what we want to do is work backwards. If I give you the trinomial, we are going to factor it or break it back down into the two binomials. So that's what we mean by factoring. So let's start with an easy example. If I say factor x squared plus 7x plus 12, we already know the result has to look like this, the product of two binomials. So then the question becomes, how do we get there? And I'm going to show you a method that over the last 16 years, most students seem to have success doing it this way. There's definitely more than one way to do this. So I'm going to show you this way first, and then maybe we'll talk about the other way. So the first thing I'm going to teach you is we're going to multiply the first number and the last number. So what's the coefficient here?
1.
1, good. Divisible 1, and 1 times 12 is 12. And then we take the 7, and we just bring it down right there. So 1 times 12 is 12. The middle number, the 7, bring it all the way down to the bottom of this big X here. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Now here's where your skills with times tables comes in handy. Because we're going to look at that 12, and we're going to ask ourselves, what numbers, when I multiply them, is 12, but then when we add them, it's 7. So what are they? 3 and 4. Very good. So we drop a 3 and a 4 on the sides here. So 3 times 4 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7. Everybody good with that? Okay. And then the last step, and we're going to have our answer here, is to divide by this first number. What was that first number?
1.
So we could just put like a 1x and a 1x. And watch this. This is amazing. This is easy. We just kind of knock the fraction over so that you get x plus 4. And if we knock this guy down, that's an x plus 3. And you're done. You can check it. X times x squared. X times 4 would be 4x. That's 3x. 4x and 3x is 7x. And 3 times 4 is 12. And that's it. We factored it. We took the trinomial, wrote it as the product of two binomials. Questions up to there?
Nope.
No? Good. So now you guys try one. And we'll work on it together. X squared plus 6x minus 27. So go ahead and set that up. Put that in your notes. So again, we multiply the first number times the last number. So 1 times negative 27 is negative 27. And bring the 6 straight down. Now use your skills with your times tables. And notice now we have a negative. So I need two numbers. When they multiply is negative 27, and when you add them is 6.
9 and 3.
So I'm hearing 9 and 3, but we need a negative 3. 9 times negative 3 is negative 27, and 9 plus negative 3 is 6. Good. So I think you guys are getting the hang of that. And then the last step, divide by the coefficient here, and throw 1 down there with an x. And then you just kind of push your fraction over. So this is x minus 3 and x plus 9. And that's it. It's a plus because the 9 is positive. And that's a minus 3 because the 3 is negative. It is very easy. Right? I've taught this lots of different ways, and I see students have more success doing it this way. It might seem like a lot of steps in here, but you'll get it right every time. Okay? We're good?
Very good.
All right. And you guys totally going to do this one. I'm going to wait a couple minutes till you have an answer, and we'll see if you got it right. So x squared minus 3x minus 40. So go ahead and try to factor this one. As you get an answer, check with a partner next to you, and then we'll do it together in a couple minutes on the board. See if you need help. It's all good. Anyone stuck? Anyone need help? That's easy. That's easy. Anyone finished? All right, there you go.
Good at cheating. Doesn't even count.
So what number goes here?
Negative 40.
Negative 40, good. And here? Negative 3, excellent. What two numbers did you find?
8 and 5.
Negative 8 and 5. Good. Negative 8 times 5 is negative 40, but when you add them, you get your negative 3.
Ye.
So then we divide by the coefficient, throw an x under there, and of course, you just lay down the fraction, just knock it over. That tells you the 5's back here. And it's plus 5, because that's positive, and minus 8. And you're done. And of course, we could check it by multiplying it back together, and you see we get this. X times x, x squared, positive 5x, minus 8x. That would give us our negative 3x. And multiply those, negative 4. How many got it right?
Me.
All right. Very good. And last example, just to make sure you got it. X squared minus 8x plus 7. Go ahead and take care of that one.
This is a hard one.
Think so?
I think.
Did you set it up?
Ye.
Then it's a small number. You should know times tables, right?
I don't know.
And multiplication facts. What goes here?
7.
7. Good.
Negative 8.
So when we multiply two numbers, we get 7. What two numbers?
Negative 7.
1 and 7 multiply to get 7, but
Negative 7.
So they're both negative,
I knew that.
right? They're both negative in this case. Because negative times negative is a positive, but when we add them, we add and keep the sign.
And it still stays negative.
So it's negative 8. And then we divide by 1. And then if you knock the fractions over, x minus 1,
X minus 7.
x minus 7. That's it. That's how you factor trinomials. Question?
No, sir.
Does it matter what order it's in?
That's an excellent question. Does it matter what order these are in? And the answer is
Yeah.
no, it does not. Right? If we multiply 2 times 3 and we switch that to 3 times 2, you still get 6. So if I switch the order of the binomials, that's just like switching 2 times 3 and 3 times 2. That's okay, right? That's a good question. But no, it does not matter.